They call this the Great War. But here in the mud of the communication trench, there is nothing great about it. Anton arrived as the sun dipped below the horizon, a replacement for a man whose name was already forgotten by the earth. In his pocket, a folded letter served as his only anchor to a world that felt like a fading dream. The light was dying as they reached the forward line, where a single lantern flickered like a dying heartbeat. The night is a different world. The low rumble of distant artillery is the only music we know now. The air was so cold it turned every breath into a ghost. Anton settled in, waiting for a dawn that felt impossible. Voss joined him. He was a man of few words, his posture carrying the weight of 1,000 sleepless nights. Every sound in the dark felt like a promise of violence. Anton's eyes never left the edge of the wire. The night has a way of playing tricks on you out here. The silence. It is often much louder than the artillery guns ever are.
Every shadow looks like a man climbing over the top. Every drop of rain hitting the puddles sounds like a footstep in the deep mud.
First watch is always the worst one. After this, you stop hearing it. Hearing what? Exactly.
I can't tell if the world has ended or if it is just waiting for something terrible to happen out there in the dark.
Don't blink when the flare goes up. The light shows you what is out there. Then it leaves you blind once it dies.
The dark feels heavier once the light goes out. I can almost feel the weight of the mud and the sky pressing down.
Stay sharp, kid. Keep your eyes fixed on the wire. The dawn is still a very long way off. Suddenly, a flare burst overhead, turning the cratered waste of no man's land into a landscape of jagged silver. For a brief second, the world was revealed. Then it died back into the deep, suffocating dark. They stood there in the silence, two shadows among many, waiting for the sky to break. By the late hours of the night, restlessness sets in. The mind begins to play tricks across the wire. Curiosity is a dangerous thing here, but sometimes you need to see what you are fighting. In a shell hole not 50 yards away, there was another soul. Not a monster, just a boy. In that shared gaze, there was no hate, only a quiet recognition of a shared, terrible fate. No shots were fired, no words were said. They both simply vanished back into the earth. Anton leaned against the wall, his chest tight. The enemy finally had a face, and it looked just like his. Dawn arrived in shades of pale gray. The world was cold, still, and hauntingly empty. He sat there, changed by the night. The boy who arrived at dusk was gone, buried under the weight of the silence. He touched the letter once more. It was a message from a different life, a life he wasn't sure he could ever return to. The guns were silent now. In the pale morning light, there was only the memory of what we lost in the dark,